Alright, welcome back guys. This is your friendly neighborhood gamer, Ghostly Games TV. Welcome guys, welcome back to Techtonica, newly released factory game. We're picking up off where we left from episode 1, where we just finished our beacons and then they gave us a new beacon to follow for that attractive voice lady. So we're gonna head down there now. And yeah guys, how are you all doing? How are you all doing? As you can hear, my voice is a little bit different and I'm gonna try as much as possible not to sniff too hard because I have a running nose a bit. It's still winter here and we have quite a bit of a cold winter here in South Africa. And yeah, I'm trying something new. I'm having some no copyright music playing in the background because it just fits so nicely with this game while you're grinding and things, so hopefully I won't get copyrighted. I'm gonna try it on this episode and see how it goes. And guys, let me know. Do you like it? Do you want me to keep doing it? Must I remove it? Is it distracting for you while you're watching? Or do you enjoy watching it while I'm playing? And yeah guys, let's get it on. So, first things we're gonna do, we're gonna follow that beacon. But first, a little mess up. I lost. This is me doing episode 2 for the second time. I lost the first set of footage because of sorry, that was my fault. Let me just put it on silent here quickly. I lost the first set of footage because of corruption, so luckily I have a save right at the end where we left off, so I'm just gonna redo everything again. So we're gonna follow this secured beacon that she gives us. And yeah guys, tell me, how's your experience so far with the game? I'm loving it so far, it's been fun. It's quite a bit different from Satisfactory. I love the whole story element that you get towards. Just scan these lights, we already have like what, 14 lights down there.
Sending that signal is more complicated than you think. I don't know why, but these computers feel...
I just want to adjust my mouse sensitivity just a little bit.
like second nature now.
There we go.
Sort of the opposite of what I remember it being like. I'd be the one to get you out of a situation like this, instead of the other way around.
So don't you
But I'm not giving up. That's how I know it's still me in here. You'll see.
Alright guys, like I said, this is my second time going through this place, so I'm gonna be doing it a bit fast because I've been here through the second time now because of the first footage I lost. There should be, yeah, here we go, crate here, we got some inserters, we got some crank generators and some advanced circuits. Let's go. I don't know about you guys, but I find it quite relaxing having some music in the background while playing, especially a grinding game, especially like this. Just gives you relaxed, keeps you focused. I don't know about you guys, what do you guys do while you're playing a grinding game like this? Do you watch other YouTubers or do you watch another streams while you're busy? What do you guys do to keep yourself focused on the game?
Casualties detected.
Oh, casualties. Alright, this beautiful square box here, ladies and gentlemen, is that attractive voice lady of ours.
What? You've never seen someone stuck inside an alien cube next to their own dead body before?
No, not really.
Whatever I was trying to do here, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it didn't work out. Hopefully, it was worth a shot. Let's go.
Hi, boss lady. Let's go. Sorry, guys. Gave my voice there.
Stop. Scan the fragment in that cage by the stairs before we go. We'll need that tech to get out of the sector.
Alright guys, so what we scanned there was a mole, which is going to allow us to terraform.
Local signal deciphered. Sector headquarters. Report to production terminal radio for triangulation.
Sounds like the terminal is fully rebooted. Check the radio console again and see if the beacon it adds to your HUD gives us a clear path home.
Signal triangulated. New location added to HUD. Production Terminal Victor.
Breaker, this is the time to activate the mole in your tech tree and build one. We won't be able to cut through to Sector Victor without it.
Alright, before we activate the mole, let's just place down some more of these nodes because we're going to need it. Okay. The mole is going to be here by the terraforming. We need 7. We got it. Alright. So here we got a flatten, but we're not going to use that. And another thing that I wanted to unlock was these ones. And then this one, mass erase. Reason for the mass erase is
Task inbound. Mole. Manipulates terrain for traversal and composition of industrial construction sites.
the reason for
Task inbound. Power floor. Build to establish structural foundation and conduct electricity from crank generators.
Right, the reason for the mass erase. You'll see when you start out, you can only erase one thing at a time. But if you activate the mass erase, you can target many things. As you can see, you can target many things as far as a certain distance. You can only go to a certain distance, a few blocks. I think it's like 25 blocks if I'm not mistaken. So that's why. Alright guys, also don't forget to collect your resources here, because remember you still have this setup automating. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna make the mole. We're gonna make some power floors also. Alright, so now we're gonna head towards the beacon with the mole. This is your terraforming tool. So this is, you're gonna use this to manipulate your terrain, build your terrain, flatten it, make yourself a hole, and
Bulletin. This mole is not authorized to destroy resources, critical infrastructure, or protected environmental areas.
okay, basically what he just says
I
is,
never got the chance to thank you for getting me out of that facility. I appreciate it. At the time, it seemed like the best thing to do was focus on work and not get caught up in thinking about anything else. I've tried to stay sharp for both of us, but now that we're almost back to the main line, I'll admit it. I was terrified. It'll be good to see some friendly faces and a few thousand twinkling lights. I'm sure you've got people there too.
alright, so before I was so rudely interrupted, what he is trying to tell you about the mole is that you don't have to worry about your raw resources or your buildings. This thing will not erase your buildings or the raw resources. So you can mine around it as much as you want without worrying about destroying your things. This mole overheats like constantly. Like constantly. Oh yeah, for the music playing here in the background, I'm gonna have a link. I'm gonna have a link with it in my description. It's a playlist here from YouTube of non-copyrighted music. So if you want to check out the playlist, I'm gonna have a link there in the description and you can just have it.
I don't understand. A factory the size of a city is supposed to be here. It was right here. I know it was. Where is everybody?
Okay, this is the flattened one. So we get some more power
Now that you've got a
floors.
core composer, all you need is a big enough power floor and a few crank generators to power it. After that, you'll be able to dump cores into it and never worry about placing them one at a time again.
Just make some more power floors. This
Task
is gonna
inbound.
be
Core composer. Supply with research cores via belts and inserters for automatic placement and availability.
Yeah, power floors is gonna be like a go-to thing to automate in the start. Alright, let's see. They want us to do what? We need 500 iron and 500 copper ingots.
This terminal is trying to reach out to 100 facilities that might not exist anymore. If we can repair it, we might be able to decipher where those facilities are located. Our people are out there, just like we were. I wouldn't ask you to rebuild this sector for the expedition, but I will ask you to do it for them. The faster we get on these signal and repair objectives, the better our chances of finding them will be. Have a look at some of the new stuff on your tech tree. Keep your eyes out for fragments, and let's get to work. Deciphering this first signal by building power floors looks simple enough. I'm sure it won't be that many. I'm pretty sure.
Alright guys, interesting thing I learned in the previous playthrough that episodes that I did got corrupted. You can clear your area with the mole without damaging the area. So here we just clear out a bit of this grass so that we can see what we're doing. And I'm just gonna break open this node a bit to expose it a bit more. Alright. So, we're gonna need some miners. Alright, they want you to access this. This is just your journal. So now you can keep track of what you're busy with, what you're supposed to be doing. Like here it's build and place a core composer on a power floor with 5 activated crank generators. That's what we're gonna do right now, and it's actually a cool thing. I just wanted to get my level right here again, because what I'm gonna do is, my plan is I'm gonna have all of my production around here, and then I'm gonna have my miners from the iron and the copper coming onto here, and then have all my assemblers doing all my crafting around here. And then with that, I'm going to make my power area around that side by the waterfall, because it just looks majestic. And it didn't look too bad on the previous playthrough, previous videos that I had. It actually looked quite good. So I'm just gonna set it up again. This time I'll keep it in for you, then you can see what I'm doing.
Local signal deciphered. Ingress AS2013. Report to production terminal radio for triangulation.
Okay, so let's place this core thing. Yeah, it's pretty much centered around there. Alright. Let's just get ourselves a little bit space to walk here around it. And then we're gonna set up our crank generators around about here, because when we get the water wheels and stuff, then we're just gonna bring it down lower. Just want to see here, you can, there we go.
Task inbound. Crank generator. Activate with manual or automated rotation to produce electricity.
Okay, we need to unlock our crank generators. Energy, okay, we need 10 cores. 10 cores is not a problem. Let's crank it so it can power up the floor a bit. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna have this guy feed all of our coal. So we're gonna have like 2 guys feeding in like this with our belts. core there. And we do it like this. Like that. And it feeds in double. So then what we're gonna do is we're gonna craft a ton of cores. All 15, and then we're gonna place it in there, and then it's slowly but surely gonna stack it up, and it actually looks quite good, eh? Actually quite cool when it starts stacking them. Just need to keep remember on cranking this thing, and then we'll start making our crank generators. And as you see, we just activated another beacon. Let me just go see what it wants. I think it's about those.
Signal triangulated. New location added to HUD. Mind the voltage.
Alright, so that's the first beacon that we're going to activate. And then we're going to start putting in some cores here so it can start feeding. You'll see here. Okay, yeah, the visuals is not quite good yet. I think they're still working on these ones. And still remember, guys, this is still it's an alpha, so bear with it, It's still in alpha phases. We will eventually set up these cores to be automated. Okay, I think our crank generator probably ran out, or yeah, it's not producing enough. Let's do it like this. Place some power cores here. Oh, not power cores, research cores, so that we can learn the crank generators. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna deconstruct them, place them in here, and then we're gonna do some generators. While we wait for those generators, let's set up our miners and smelters here so long. Okay. Then we need 2 more, then 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Right. What's gonna happen here is we're gonna have these guys be moving out into smelters directly. Okay, while we are waiting, let them start mining so long. Let's see, we have another miner going, so let's get the iron mines going so long also. Yes, something to scan. Probably another
Task inbound. Assembler. Power with electricity to produce items in multiplied quantities.
Let's just.
In other words, even though you can handcraft anything, assemblers will make 2 of them in the same time it takes your portable tool to make 1. And we can build 1,000 assemblers, but nobody could ever build another you.
Oh, isn't she just too cute? Watch out, guys. She might steal your heart. Right, we've cleared out a bit of the area. Let's place our miners. Okay. Then we have our inserters going out into our smelters, and then these guys going out. going this direction. Into another inserter. Into storage, just for now. Okay. Let's get you guys powered up so long. This setup is just temporary, guys. Remember, it's temporary until we can get our assembly line moving so long. Because these will be our assembly line. They're gonna be running right through here onto our main bus. So the same here, we're gonna have our guy put into the smelters, have the smelters being powered also. And then we have our inserters taking out into the belts. That into two more inserters going into a storage. There we go. And guys, don't forget about your first area. Remember, you also have a setup running there. Alright guys, let's go and put down these crank generators. Let's just see, we can just make one more again. But I want to show you how cool this looks when this thing starts stacking our research cores. Alright, then we start
Local
cranking.
signal deciphered. Ingress RH1979. Report to production terminal radio for triangulation.
Ah, and I fall down. Really? There we go. Check, this thing just starts stacking them bit by bit. As we get more, it will start stacking them higher and higher. Alright, let's check the second signal.
Signal triangulated. New location added to HUD. Exceptional dimensions.
Alright, let's go check out the signals, and when we come back we should have a bit of copper and iron, then we can make some progress. So the first one is right through here. We're gonna go through here.
Hey, a battery pack. Sorry, an accumulator substation. I'll try to go easier on the recon slang. It might help you guess at what those signal names are short codes for. Accumulators won't matter for a while, but get in the habit of scanning anything and everything you find in places like these. It can only help.
Alright guys, I'm not gonna scan all these things right now. I'm just gonna scan enough, because you see you need 10. So we're just gonna scan 10, and then I'm gonna move on to the next signal, of which... Oh, what was that? Overhead light, interesting. 2 more. And then after we're done with the signals, then in between episodes I'll come back here and scan everything that that you need, that I need or did not scan.
If anyone else is still around, they wouldn't be here. These places were pretty much built and left alone.
Ah, nice cup of coffee. Right here we have a blue research core. Here we have the mole speed 2. Some more crank generators.
This sector was a dream come true for hydroelectric power. It isn't surprising that we took accumulator construction seriously down here. I faintly remember power sources in other sectors that were even stronger, but They also tended to do things like explode, set things on fire, create giant clouds of poison.
That sounds bad.
You get the drift.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with a good old-fashioned river.
That sounds very bad. Alright, if I remember correctly, we can just go through here. Some more of these cables. And here's something nearby. There's light. Have tech reach 2. HVC. Interesting. Let's scan these cables. Okay, we got the cables. There was something else to scan around here when I was first coming through here. I'll find it now for you. I remember it was around the corner. Where was it? Yeah, here we go. Here we go. A beacon. We have a beacon. And if I remember correctly, there's nothing else to do here except going towards the beacon. Pick up some of these lights. I think it's best if we go through here. Cable. And make sure you brought your that's back size 2, so it means we have an increased storage. Make sure you brought your crank generator, because when you interact with this
Door unpowered and secured.
we need to power the door. So if you collected all of the chests so far, you should have some crank generators in your inventory.
Door unpowered and secured. Power restored.
Jackpot. A warehouse. I knew that gigantic door was a good sign. Scan this place for some basic electrical machines, especially those planters and threshers on the racks. And pick up anything else you can find.
Okay, we need to scan 10 of these guys. I'm just gonna scan 10 on camera, and then the rest I'll come and do it in between episodes. Don't want you to watch me scan like 100 of these things. Okay, this is a monorail system. So we're gonna have some trains. Interesting. Now we go up here. And we'll get another quest. We need 40 processing
Task
units.
inbound. Supply facility access door with self-repair materials. Tier 4 technology required to manufacture.
Look through the window breaker. I can literally see the mining charge tech fragment on that table.
I love this spot.
What kind of miserable bureaucrat puts high explosives behind a securely locked door? You think we would be here if we didn't know what we were doing? I want you to fix that door as soon as possible. I want you to blow things up.
I like
Full
this
temperature calibrated.
I wanna blow things
Auto
up.
injection of coolant standing by.
I like the way you think, lady. Let's blow stuff up. Right, here we got some planters. We need 3 to unlock the blueprint. Then we head back. Over here, I think we collected that. Then we go over here. think if I remember correctly, there was a chest around here. Yes, here we
Lots
go.
of good tech fragments here, but I doubt we'll find anyone
Some
to rescue.
more accumulators.
People would take
and
what they
crank
needed and get back
generators.
out there.
Then we go upstairs, and then we can, or we can just camp from here. Threshers, and then we unlock threshers. Okay, guys. So I'm going to finish this area and the area of the accumulators up, and then I'll meet you back at base, and then we can start. Let's see. No, I think we'll call it an episode here. It's a bit of a shorter one. Then on the next episode, we're gonna start with automating most of our components and getting our automation rolling. Getting these ingots, copper and iron ingots, and working our way towards this processor unit so that we can come back here and collect that explosives she's talking about. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the episode. Give me some feedback. How was the audio? Did you enjoy the background music a bit? Don't worry, I'll link the music with the playlist and everything in the description so you can find it there. And yeah, guys, so far I'm having a blast with this game. Haven't had any problems so far with it. So yeah, guys, and keep it real, guys. This is your friendly neighborhood gamer, Ghostly Games TV. See ya.